Welcome back to the Sandcastle. This is Game 2 of the doubleheader for the Njac semifinal series between the Profs of Rowan and the Cougars of Kean. 10-4, Rowan wins the first one, so they have the 1-0 lead in this best-of-3 series. And for Neil Ivero and the Cougars, you are looking at their pitcher, a freshman, Nolan Rowan. So he's going to leave it in the hands of a freshman to get to Game 3. So the starting lineup for today. Let's see what we have. We'll take that one off. Let's see. Does this one work? All right, so Rowan being the visitors, they're going to bat first. Same lineup as before. Ryan McIsaac, the designated hitter. Victor Cruz, Alex Kokis, Ryan Murphy, Nick Schooley, Ryan Mastrangeli, Eric DiDomenico, Jared Marks, and Jason Bobiak. And they are going to be facing, again, a kid named Rowan. Nolan Rowan, freshman, 5'11", a right-hander for Kean. Defensively for the Cougars, we'll see if it's a little different. We didn't get it differently. So we're going to go with what we got, including Josh Jackson on the plate as the catcher. Still Lipchinski, Pallone, DeForge, and Chiaccio in the infield. The outfield is Huxon, Malik, and Marzano. So let's get ready. We start game number 2. A win for the Profs means they'll host the Njac Championship next week. If Kean wins, we'll have a game on tomorrow, an if game. So underway we go. Again, Kean is the home team. And first pitch is fouled away. This is the DH, Ryan McIsaac. On base 3 times in the opener. Umpires have shifted around. Justin Sims on the plate. Bill Rush is at first, and Mark Rowan is at third. 2 quick strikes to McIsaac. You surprised, Doug, that Neil Ivero went to a freshman?
No, hey, listen, it's seniority doesn't mean anything. You're in a must-win situation. This is a win-or-go-home scenario. Coach would know much better than us, so I'm not going to Monday morning quarterback this one.
2 strike pitches lifted foul and out of play. Talked to Mike Dixon between games, and I said, give me a quote. And he said, are we recording? And he said, no. He said, no. He said, the offense really picked up Ryback. He was really impressed the way he was able to settle down. And, again, very, very pleased. Complete game. Can't say anything else about it. Now time is called as a ball comes out from the Rowan bullpen. 2 strikes to McIsaac. Just starting game number 2 of the doubleheader here on BFA. Chris Losey, Doug Stasic, and our crew here this afternoon. Njac Playoff Baseball. We're hoping you're enjoying it. On the YouTube channel as well. Foul back, we'll do it again. Still 2 strikes. First pitch, 320. If you had the over, you won.
I did. I'm going to cash that ticket.
Up the middle, base hit. So McIsaac starts the offense. Good start for the Profs. And I'll bring up the third baseman, Victor Cruz. 2 hits in the opener.
Third baseman, number 21, Victor Cruz.
Got some goodies delivered to us here in the press box, including an official NCAA Njac baseball. Show you what the kids are playing with today. McIsaac at first with a single to start the game, and Cruz at the plate. Square to bunt, pitches a strike. One strike to Victor Cruz. He'll be followed by Alex Kokis, the second baseman. And then if they get to 4, 6, 7, Ryan Murphy. That's a foul ball. Pitch came right at Cruz. He bunted it foul and 2 quick strikes. 2-strike pitch coming from Rowan. Right there, called strike 3, cruises out of there, and that's number 1 for Rowan, the pitcher, and 1 out in the inning.
Second baseman, number 7, Alex Kokas.
And here's Alex Kokas. Single and 4 at bats. Pitch is low. Looked like they were crossed up a little bit. Josh Jackson, who's catching his second game. Pretty much the same lineup, exception with some pitchers. One ball, no strikes, 1 out. Isaac at first. He singled to start the game. And he's going on that pitch, and it's fouled away. So 1-1 on Kokas. Murphy on deck, and another ball comes from the bullpen. And it's Murphy who went and retrieved it. Like the way he came in, ran onto the field with the time signal, ran in and got the ball, but it was a foul ball anyway. Future umpire right there, Ryan Murphy. We think, no?
Could possibly be.
Yeah, 1-1 pitch. That's there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And another one gets on the field. One, 2 on Kokas. Isaac is at first. Here it comes. Foul right side. Do it again. Fan said that the right side's wide open.
Oh, maybe they would know.
1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. Two with 1 out. Game 2 of our doubleheader here. Njac semifinal. Do or die for Kean in this one. A pitch fouled away. Well, if nothing, he's making the freshman work awfully hard. Pitch, chop back to the mound. Rowan off his glove. No play anywhere.
Tough spot to be in, but he made it work.
Right field, number 24, Ryan.
Hustled down, hard 90 out of the box. Can't argue with that.
2 on and 1 out for Murphy. 2 hits and a walk. Went deep in the first game. That's there. Called strike. Looks like we got a future color analyst getting into our air. 1 strike to Murphy. 2 on, 1 out. Top of the first. Rowan looking to get on the board early. Fouled away. 2 quick strikes. So for Nolan, as in Nolan Ryan, or Nolan Rowan, rather. I'll get it.
Yeah, Nolan Ryan. Sure, why not?
Yeah, Nolan Rowan, the pitcher for Kean. He's around the plate early on, though. 2 quick strikes to Murphy. 2 on and 1 out. Outside, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Profs threatening to start this one. They have a 1-0 lead in games. Looking to close out Kean. That's in the dirt. Count evens at 2-2. You know it's going to be a chess match. I mean, I know even though he's a freshman, Rowan, to be in a spot like this, he's pretty cerebral. How's that?
It's an Al Fisher SAT word, matter of fact.
Well, he's dancing around after getting 2 quick strikes to Murphy. Count even now. 2-2. It's hit hard to third. Giacchio's got it. They get 1 at second. They turn the double play and get out of the inning. So a 5-4-3 double play gets Kean out of the inning. Nothing for Rowan in the top of the first. When we come back, Kean will bat in Game 2 of the Njac semifinal here on BFA. We're off, right? Bottom of the first here in Atlantic City. Game 2 of the Njac semifinal series. Rowan took the first game 10-4. And Kean now the visiting or the designated home team in Game 2. This is their lineup. Paul Malik, the center fielder, leads off. Brandon Johansson, designated hitter, was a pinch hitter in Game 1, bats second. Christian Pallone at second, bats third. Tim Huxon in left field, bats cleanup. Zach Marzano is in right. Mike Lachimsky at first. Chris Giacchio at third, who started that double play. Josh Jackson behind the plate, and Connor DeForge is the shortstop, facing Eli Atia. And you know something about this young man, left-hander for Rowan.
Yeah, the Southpaw, Cherry Hill West alum, and a guy that has pitched in some big-time moments. And no surprise here with advancement on the line that he's not on the mound.
That's just foul, and it's 1-1. Defensively behind Atia, DiDomenico, Kokas, Schooley, and Cruz, the same infield, the same outfield, Mastrangeli, Bobiak, and Murphy, and the same catcher, Jared Marks. Inside. Can't have that.
All right.
2-1. I just do my little policing right there.
There you go.
Thank you. It's a family show. That's there. 2 balls and 2 strikes from another left-hander, too. I'm surprised. Mike Dixon going 2 lefties. Back to back. To second. Kokas will eat that one up. 1 out.
Still got the dance moves going, Kokas.
Really?
Yeah.
You do realize. Okay. You do know what happened after he did it, right?
I'm aware. So that's what I'm saying. He's not changing.
He's not changing? Brandon Johansson, the designated hitter, in the 2 spot for Neil Ivero today in Game 2. I just wanted to let him know that he's on television. I don't think he wants to be saying those words, right?
This is true.
Yeah. His response, excuse me, and then I held up the headset and he went, "Oh, I'm sorry." 1 out, no base runners in the bottom of the first for Johansson. 2 balls and no strikes to the designated hitter. That's fouled away. Two and one. Did I mention it was a beautiful day here in Atlantic City?
I believe you may have in the earlier broadcast, but maybe not so much here.
Cannot find a cloud in the sky. Here's the 2-1. Called strike on the outside corner. 2-2. The 2-2. Curve is fouled. It went right toward Pallone in the on-deck circle, and he tried to bat it and missed it. Kids are kids.
Yeah.
2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out in the bottom of the first. Got him. First strikeout for Atia, second out of the inning. So what else can you tell me about Atia?
Absolute gamer. You know, he's a guy that when Cherry Hill West 2 years ago went to and then won the group, I believe it was Group 4 playoff. He was a guy on the mound, but time and again, this guy was aces. Great to see a local product staying in South Jersey and representing here for the Profs.
That'll work.
Somewhere Coach Mack of Cherry Hill West, I'm sure he's tuning in because I think it might be a rare off day for the Lions.
Slow roller to Kokis at second, and that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3 for the Cougars. We're going to the second. No score in Game 2 here on BFA. Nick Schooley leading off the top of the second for Rowan. Actually, of course, they have the home uniforms, but they flip-flopped, so they are the road team. They will be the home team if there is an if game tomorrow at 2 o'clock right here on BFA. The A team will call that game. Doug Stasic and Al Fisher.
Ah, here we go.
I'll be stealing money as an umpire. Everybody says that, right?
Everybody has their opinion on everything, right?
1-0 to Schooley. Missed outside. 2-0.
So I know you're trying to catch up here as much as I'm trying to get caught up on the graphics. It's a little crazy in a doubleheader, trying to get things caught up. You're getting caught up on that.
To right field, Marzano's chasing it down. It's over his head. It's on the track. Schooley starts the second with a double.
True. Feels like deja vu. We've seen Schooley, the product from Cherokee, do this in game one, and maybe he's going to start paying rent over there at second base just for the fact that he's been there so frequently.
Mastrangeli now to bat with Schooley at second and a leadoff double here in the second inning. You were saying?
I was saying you were diving into that unbelievable cheesesteak. It's got some bacon in it on a garlic toasted roll right here from Mad Dog Morgan's. We're going to give you information. It's the food truck, Mike Morgan, that is, of Brigantine. He's got the food truck out here in right field. We're going to show you.
We get a foul ball, we're going to go.
In a second.
We get a foul ball, we're going to go to this thing. That's a strike call. Or any other kind of delay. Go ahead, take a bite. It's contagious. One strike to Mastrangeli with Schooley at second with a leadoff double with nobody out. Top of the second, game two. Missed the outside edge. The 1-1. Same spot, 2-1. Nolan Rowan on the mound, the 2-1. It's low, it's 3-1. Get ready to go to that GoPro and dig in, bud.
Well, we got a picture of us in front of said food truck and the delivery to the press box. So
that's awesome.
We'll share that in a second.
So here comes the 3-1 to Mastrangeli. Popped up. That's going to find the seats behind the plate.
I know you're dying to show it.
Oh, yeah. Go for it. Look at this.
There it is.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. It's an unbelievable
Are you kidding
right
me? And then wait, just to boot. Just to boot. The fries. Right? We're good to go.
We are good to go.
So it's 3-2. And Rowan, the pitcher, I guess we have to, differentiate that, right? Clarify.
Rowan, the pitcher, versus Rowan, the team?
The team, yeah. So a 3-2 from Rowan. Fouled back. And plus we have an umpire named Rowan, too, on the field. Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah. That's
that just came out.
So
there we go.
There is the delivery into the press box, and you can check it out at maddogmorgans.com, located right outside the right field gate. Again, shout out to Mike Morgan and his crew.
What a job. What a job. The line was ridiculous.
In a good way.
Oh, right. Must have missed inside. Mastrangeli walks. And the Profs have their first two on here in the second.
And there's us getting the said
now that looks better.
Royal treatment there.
See, that looks better.
Yeah, that looks a little better. MadDogMorgans.com, right outside the right field gate. Food truck is in the house. If you're watching the game, go on down. Check out Mike and the crew. Appreciate him giving us an awesome, outstanding.
Who photobombed us there?
I don't know. She was a fan.
She was a fan.
Chris Losey fan club over there.
Right.
She's also the president.
We're meeting Thursday. she's every member outside. First and second, nobody out here for DiDomenico.
Got to get our guy Charles Hope the hook up though. He's got to be starving out there after that first game.
He said no, thank you.
Huh?
He said no. He said I'm good. He does bring some essentials.
There you go.
Yeah.
Always packing the
Absolutely.
real cooler.
The 1-0. In the air to center field, it's shallow. Malik can't get it. They got to force it second, but it's late.
Tough spot to be in. Runners will move up, and that'll load the bases.
First 3 on here in the second for the Profs. Nobody out. And a chance for a big inning here. The catcher, Jared Marks. Well, how do I switch to the GoPro without you knowing? Dig into that sandwich, Doug Stasic. Bases loaded, nobody out. Top of the second, no score. Rowan up 1-0 in games in this series, and the first pitch is fouled back. I've seen that a lot in the last game. They are first pitch swinging today.
Well, they're trying to put the pressure on, and especially now, this is what you would call the knockout game. Big opportunity. No one's going to talk about their walks on their car ride home, so you might as well swing the bat.
Spoken like a true coach. The 0-1. Outside, 1-1. I'm afraid to take a bite because I might miss something.
Especially in this situation, nobody out.
Bases loaded.
Bases juiced.
And a 1-1 count. A check swing. He said he went. Justin Sims said he went too far. And it's 1-2. It didn't take long for the Rowan faithful to start getting on home plate umpire. What was that over-under? Bottom of the first?
I don't even think it was a lock. It wasn't even on the board.
Got him. Fastball in the outside corner. First out of the inning with the bases loaded. And with 1 out, it'll bring up the catcher, Jared Marks.
Center fielder number 1, Jason Bobiak.
And so it'll bring up the catcher, Jared Marks. Or no, it's Jason Bobiak. My apologies. That was Marks headed down the base path.
What did we miss?
The introduction. The next batter.
It's Bobiak, right?
It is Bobiak.
Bases are loaded, 1 out. Bottom of the order, Jason Bobiak. Came through with a clutch double in game 1. Missed the outside corner. 2-0. See, I enjoy working games in this facility, these kinds of facilities, because the dugout's so far away. You don't have to get, you don't hear that.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss, 2-1. No score here in the top of the second inning. Rowan looking to do some damage. They have the bases loaded. They had nobody out. And now there's 1 out with a 2-2 count on Jason Bobiak. Nolan Rowan trying to pitch his way out of a big league jam here. The 2-2. Got him. Foul tip hung on to by Jackson. And now Nolan Rowan can get out of this. But he's got the top of the order and the designated hitter, Ryan McIsaac.
Well, this one here is a tall order. Bases loaded. Coach Dixon, not many other guys he'd probably want to have up at the plate in this situation.
First pitch swinging, fouled away. Early on, I like the way that Nolan Rowan is working the corners. He's not staying down the middle at all. The 2 strikeouts in this inning were both on the outside corner. They were swinging, but pitch location was on the outside. McIsaac has 1 strike. McIsaac has 2 strikes.
And the Rowan faithful now looking to send a birthday card or Christmas card variety to the home plate umpire.
I just have a totally different perspective by not calling this game. No balls and 2 strikes. I mean on the field. Here it comes. Got him! Nolan Rowan with serious emotion strikes out the side after the bases were loaded and nobody out. We'll go to the bottom of the second. There's no score in game number 2.
Fielder number 28, Tim Hudson.
We start the bottom of the second for Kean, and Tim Hudson will lead off the left fielder. How about Nolan Rowan pitching out of a bases-loaded, nobody-out jam with 3 straight Ks? And first pitch swinging is Hudson off the wall, and a great catch in right field. Unbelievable play. 1 down. Murphy goes up.
Murphy has been absolutely electric all afternoon. First with the bat in game 1 and now in game 2. Flash to the leather, kid.
That's 1 out of the inning. And that'll bring up Zach Marzano, the right fielder. Takes a strike. Eli Attia, Cherry Hill West grad, as Doug mentioned. That's down low. It's 1-1. We got an update on game 2 over at William Patterson. If you do, let us know. Swing and a miss at that, and it's 1-2.
Well, it's 4-3 TCNJ in the top of the 3rd up in Wayne.
Thank you, sir.
Here to serve.
Outside. So the Lions up by a run. They're looking to even that series at 1 game apiece. Here we have 1-0 Rowan. To short. Schooley makes the play.
The Profs looking to pack the rawhide leather because they have used it frequently to back up Attia so far in this one.
That's 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. And then I'll bring up Lepchinski, the first baseman. Still not a cloud in the sky. Can't find one, Doug.
No, not going to find one, actually.
Nope.
I was going to give you the Al Fisher line and say, what's that big white puffy thing?
Down the line and left, that's out of play. Strangely chased it down. Well, when did I say that? Did I say that?
No, Al and I were on the air at one point, and I said, not a cloud in the sky. We were out, I think it's St. Augustine Prep, and he's like, well, what's that white thing right there?
Yeah. Should have told him it was. They found a new pope. He did tell him something like that.
Oh, Lord.
1 strike to Lipchinski. 2 outs and no base runners in the bottom of the second. 2 quick strikes. Give Mike another shot out. That is amazing. Missed the outside corner. 1-2. We're at the beautiful Sandcastle in the process of being refurbed. Fouled away. Does look better.
Gotta give it to him.
Oh, yeah.
Again, for those just tuning in, Mr. Ernie Corsi and the crew, City of Atlantic City. Doing a nice job bringing this puppy back out here.
1-2, curveball is hitting the air in the infield. Schooley, it's short. You can hear Cougars yell, take it, take it. And that'll end the inning. Nothing for Kean in the second. We're going to the third. There's no score in game 2. We start at the top of the third, scoreless. Here in game number 2 from the Sandcastle. Beautiful backdrop, the casinos of Atlantic City. Nothing to score. And for Rowan, it'll be 2, 3, and 4. Victor Cruz, Alex Kokis, and Ryan Murphy facing Nolan Rowan, who had the bases loaded, nobody out, and then proceeded to strike out Jared Marks, Jason Bobiak, and Ryan McIsaac, all with the bases loaded. Missed that one. 2 quick strikes. In the top of the third in game number 2, we understand William Patterson trailing by a run in their game number 2 against TCNJ. As that pitch is outside, it's 1-2. William Patterson won the first game 4-2. They trail the second one 4-3. They're in the 5th inning. Whoops.
Tough to call a balk with nobody on, right? Everybody yelling for it, of course.
What are we going to do? Nolan Rowan just giving the fans what they want. That's what I'd say. Pitch on the way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Got him. 4 strikeouts. 1 out in the third. Here's Alex Kokis. Just hoping we get to the end of the half inning so I can finish the sandwich.
This guy. Always got food on the brain.
Absolutely. That's on the corner. One strike pitch to Cougars. Same spot, 2 strikes. Rowan has found his groove. Reaches out, slow roller to short, to Forge. Nice play. And that's the second out of the third. And here's Ryan Murphy.
Right fielder Ryan Murphy.
So 2 outs, no base runners for the right fielder Murphy, who made a great catch in the last half of the inning. Kean was up. What'd you call it? Something leather?
Rawhide.
Rawhide, same thing. First pitch swinging, and it's hit into right center. Malik coming over. He'll make the catch, and that'll end the third for the Profs. We'll go to the bottom of the third here on BFA. We have no score in Game 2 of the Njac semifinal.
For Chris Chachio.
Chris Giacchio leading off the third inning for Kean. No score. In the best of 3, as you can see on the graphic. Rowan in front 1-0. We spare no expense here at BFA. Well done to Casper.
Yeah, Casper. I might actually call him back for another game.
The price is right. First pitch to Giacchio's over for a strike. It'll be Giacchio, Josh Jackson, and Connor DeForge. 7, 8, 9 to face the lefty Eli Atia. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. A little more. In the hole and by Schooley. Base hit to lead off the third for Giacchio, and that'll bring up the catcher, Josh Jackson.
Catcher number 33, Josh Jackson.
A little too early, Doug. You think about moving runners over? We're only in the bottom of the third.
Got to put pressure on the other team. You're up against it. This is do or die time. So the regular playbook goes out the window.
The proverbial window.
Yes.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Jackson. And he'll be followed by Connor DeForge. We've had some good infield play on both sides, though, today. Double plays, turn, solid leather. Particularly in the middle infield on both sides. As well as first base. Off speed is in there. 2 quick strikes to Jackson. We're in the bottom of the third here in Atlantic City. No score. Game 2 of our Njac doubleheader. Semifinal. Winner goes to the final next week. Struck him out on 3 pitches. Second strikeout for Atia, and that is the first out of the inning.
Shortstop, number 11, Connor DeForge.
Here's the shortstop, DeForge. Giacchio at first with a single. 1 out in the third. Atia, it's close to a balk move there, folks. Very close. See the front foot there, Doug, that non-pivot foot?
Yeah, there's always the debate of, do you have to disengage both feet or just the one?
Well, you have to gain ground. You're the lefty, stepping to first. It's close. There's a strike. Connor DeForge. Good-looking shortstop here for the Cougars. Really nice job there. That's fouled out of play, and it's 2 quick strikes to the shortstop. To be followed by the top of the order and Phil Malik, the center fielder. Nope. Still not a cloud in the sky. It is now 4 Eastern. In case you're watching in another time zone. There's a throw over. You might as well go for it. Here's the 0-2. High and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes. How good is that sandwich?
You're like Al. You always talk to me when I'm actually chewing food. I'm on air. I don't get it. It's like I can't respond.
Oh, just that's
What I
okay.
got?
I'll take care of that. That's fine. What's the difference?
Yeah, it's 1 and 2.
What did I do? I just said 3 and 2. How did I do that? No, that's not right. There we go. Got him. That's the second out of the inning.
Center fielder, Phil Malik.
And to the top of the order, and Phil Malik. I pushed the same button you just pushed.
I have the magic touch.
I just pushed the same exact button you just
I
pushed.
just had the magic touch, buddy.
2 outs, a runner at first for the Cougars. Now that is very close. I want you to watch his front foot. And that's the responsibility. First base umpire, Billy Rush, so he's all over that. See how this foot went way over? No issue there. Giacchio at first. 2 outs, bottom of the third, no score in game 2. That's punched into left field, but Mastrangeli's there. And the inning is over. We're through 3 here in Atlantic City. 0-0 on BFA. Nick Schooley will lead off the fourth for Rowan. Shortstop for the Profs. No score as we come to the top of the fourth. Chris Losey, Doug Stasic, and our BFA Sports crew here. And that is Nolan Rowan, freshman righty for Kean, and he's done a very nice job early on, Doug. I mean, you can't get any better than bases loaded, nobody out, and then KKK.
I would say he's stoic. I mean, that's the best way to look at it. Guy,
to left, and it's shallow, but Huxton's able to make the play. And that's one out. Go ahead.
well, we were talking about he had a freshman that's coming out here. He's in a big spot. Kind of think, well, how's he going to react? And, I mean, he even had the bases loaded and ended up striking out the side. So if that doesn't tell you what kind of toughness he has from a mental standpoint, I don't know what else I could possibly show you or explain to you how.
That much is certain. By the way, he was from Branchville, New Jersey. In high school he attended was High Point Regional. How's that for a change-up? To Mastrangeli, one strike to him. Just missed 1-1. Ball and a strike to Mastrangeli with DiDomenico on deck for Rowan here in the fourth. The 1-1. Chop third base. Mike Dixon, as usual, boots it. And it's 1-2 strikes. And I waited that long, too. He thought he was going to get away scot-free. The 1-2 coming. He went at it. They're going to have to make a play, and Jackson will throw him out. And that's the first out. One out. And that'll bring up first baseman DiDomenico. By the way, 5 strikeouts for Rowan. That's Chiaccio on the short hop. And a quick inning here for Rowan. No runs for the Profs. We're going to the bottom of the fourth. No score here on BFA. The designated hitter, Brandon Johansson, to lead off the bottom of the fourth for Kean here on BFA. Quick mover.
You did not just say that, Chris.
I did.
No.
First pitch to Johansson is a strike from Attia. The lefty, Eli Attia, on the mound for Rowan, and Mike Dixon getting some quality innings from his starters in this mini playoff series here. That's hit the left field. Mastrangeli going back, still back, and it's over his head, and it's out of here.
Oh, my.
Johansson gives Kean the lead. on a solo home run here in the fourth.
Well, that Cougar just pounced on that pitch, and they needed it in a big spot all afternoon, waiting for the Cougars to be in a position, put some pressure on the D, and it's happening right now.
And again, we've got Kean on the field.
He just hit a home run.
I know. And Justin Sims, the plate umpire, now coming over to the dugout. And I think he gave his official warning. And that's the right thing to do. I'm sorry. I know, Doug, you disagree, but
It's a home run, man.
I understand
it's
that.
not golf.
I
Yeah, it's like, what are we supposed to do?
I get it, but the whole dugout cannot come out like that. That's against the
In
rules.
fairness to the Cougars, I've seen it happen in the last game.
Okay.
Murphy absolutely tattooed a ball. Everybody came out. I think I saw his grandmom, his grandfather on the field, maybe his cousin Frank. And I mean, come on. Let's be real. That's the kind of thing where I sit there and again
Change the rule.
I love
That's it.
I love the umpires. I do.
I know you do.
I don't have a bumper sticker that says it, but that's ridiculous.
Change the rules. First pitch. I'm serious.
Hey, we're joined by the legendary coach Tom Ryder
Just change him.
in the booth.
Johansson with a home run. And he has BFA apparel on.
He does. Good to see you, Coach.
Well, we've got a quick-moving game 2 here and a 1-0 lead for Kean. There's a quick strikeout. So Pallone strikes out. Strikeout number 5 for Atia, and that is the first out of the 4th inning.
That's exactly how you want Atia to respond. Give up the long ball. Next batter, next pitch, next out, move along. That's part of the game. Got to have the memory of a fish. At least the memory of a fish in Finding Nemo. Remember Doris couldn't remember anything?
Keep going with this. I'm going to let you drown. Into left center. It's a base hit. Bobiak cuts it off, but he's still going for second, and he'll make it. Tim Huxon. Another double.
Don't look now, but here comes Kean. Seen this back and forth in the last game, but they're now in the driver's seat out in front, which they were in game number 1, which is important to think about here. But I got to think there's no shot that they're going to let their foot off the gas when it comes to putting the pressure on the Profs defense.
You'd think so. Huxon at second with the double. We've got one out in the bottom of the 4th, and at the plate is Zach Marzano, the right fielder. In his first game for Marzano, he was the one that started the whole thing with the fielder's choice RBI. He was hit by a pitch on base 3 times, and he's in a spot here with a runner in scoring position, and the first pitch is in the dirt. Coach Ryder, we've had about 7 ground ball double plays in this so far game and a half. We have had a suicide squeeze attempted twice. One was popped up into a double play. We've had benches warned for coming out onto the field to celebrate. I know how you feel about that. And we have a freshman pitcher for Kean with the season on the line. And that pretty much, that's in a nutshell today.
That'll work.
All right.
We got to get Coach some ears between innings here. You get a break.
And we had a food truck deliver us food. So that's what you get for making
Yeah. Mike Morgan. Mad Dog Morgan's.
0-1 outside. So what is it? Mad Morgan, plural?
Yeah, hold on. I'll show you right now.
Yeah, put it up there. I'm thinking about putting it, having it parked outside the wedding.
Right there. MadDogMorgans.com.
MadDogMorgans.com. Outstanding sandwich. Go for it. He's probably going to text you and say, stop it. I can't handle all these people. Meanwhile, it's a 1-1 to Marzano. Swing and a miss. Ball and 2 strikes with Huxton at second and 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 Kean on the solo home run by the Johansson, DH. Brandon Johansson. Here's the 1-2 from Mattia. Curve is low, and it's 2-2. Two balls and two strikes, a runner at second and one out. The pitch, fouled away right side. Do it again. Still 2-2. With Huxon at second. It's a 2-2 that will be delayed. Still fake a throw back over.
You can fake a throw to second, but you can't fake one to third.
You cannot fake one to third, and that's correct. Can't disengage as a righty, disengage and throw to first. 2-2. It does not hit Hodgson, and look at the play by Schooley, and they got him at first. He has been flashing leather all afternoon from the shortstop position, gets the out, and that is the second out of the inning. There he is.
Nick Schooley, class is in session of how to be a defender.
Oh.
And that looked like a graduate class he's holding out there.
Not only that, but he's got Huxon coming in front of him, the runner. The ball just eludes Huxon. He still has to concentrate. Great play all around by the Prof shortstop. 2 outs now, and this one is fouled away by Lipchinski. By the way, Huxon did move up to third, as you saw. 2 outs and 1 strike to Lipchinski. Bottom of the fourth, a run in for Kean. A solo home run by Brandon Johansson, the designated hitter.
We talked about the aggression we might see from Kean in this game, and that's a prime example.
How about this? How about a 2-out squeeze that just misses the bag?
Oh, it had eyes. It had eyes and just missed. But going back to that, we talked about being maybe extra aggressive, trying to put some pressure on the defense. Usually you wouldn't see a base runner go from second to third with a ground ball hit on the left side. But he did all he could to screen Schooley, give him credit.
Sure.
Didn't interfere, but did his job.
Coach, isn't the school of thought if the shortstop goes to his left, you come to third, you're running at second also? Yep. I mean, that's just to amplify your point, too. I mean, it's being aggressive, but you gotta pounce. That pitch is up high. I mean, he has to, and plus he hits the ground, too. So he's no way he's going to get up and throw to third. I'm surrounded by baseball IQ that's just off the charts here. I don't know what to do with myself, Doug.
I've never had IQ that actually records on a chart, so I really appreciate that.
1-1 is lifted in the air to center field. Bobiak coming in. He's under it, and Attia gets out of it. With the run, the solo home run by Johansson. It's 1-0 Kean. We're going to the top of the fifth in Game 2 here in Atlantic City on BFA. Top of the fifth here in Atlantic City. This is game 2 of our Njac semifinal between Rowan and the Cougars at Kean University, and it's a 1-0 score for Kean on the home run in the last half by Brandon Johansson. And as we start the top of the fifth, Coach Tom Ryder, we finally got him on headset. So, hey, Coach.
How we doing?
We're doing well. We're doing well. That pitch is on the inside corner for a strike.
That's grammatically correct. I like that. Doing well.
I said it
Could
twice.
have said doing good.
We're doing good. What memories have you of this place?
We used to come here, my wife and I, every weekend when the surf was here. Every weekend. We loved it. We had a couple bats from these guys and a couple balls and stuff, the guys we met here. A couple kids I know played here. So it's a pretty neat place, really. I kind of heard your lead in about something might be happening here. It'd be good if it did. It would really be good.
A lot of dialogue, a lot of conversation.
Dialogue's good.
Right side, and that's a base hit for the catcher, Marks. Opposite way, or as they say, Oppo. And he's a leadoff base runner here to start the fifth. The response is, every time Kean did something, Rowan responded in kind.
Saw that in the first game. What is it, Oppo now? Oppo?
Oppo, right? Yeah.
That's Oppo. I'm not sure I'm going to fit in with the rest of the terminology.
Yeah.
It's Oppo or something.
Oppo.
Oh, boy.
Opa.
Looking at the freshman, Nolan Rowan had bases loaded, nobody out in the top of the first. 3 straight strikeouts.
Wow.
No, top of the second. 3
Top of the
straight
second?
strikeouts. Yeah, 3 straight Ks. K, and a K. That pitch is down low. 1 ball, no strikes to Jason Bobiak, the center fielder. And by the way, we want to mention that Trip McCaffrey is the usual center fielder here for Rowan, and you had some information on him from Murray Wozniak.
Yeah, so last weekend he ended up getting in a collision with Murphy out in the outfield, and he is in concussion protocol. So best wishes for Tripp, and here's hoping, fingers crossed, that if Rowan's fortunate enough to play this next round, that he'll be able to rejoin the squad. But we know he's watching at home, and wish him nothing but the best.
Another bunt. Lipchinski's got it. 1 play is the first. Sacrifice works. So Bobiak moves Marks up to second in the top of the order and 1 out. Small ball there, Coach.
Yep, Bobiak's brother played for me at Rowan College, South Jersey, Cumberland, whatever it's called. You know, still Cumberland, Gloucester, and Rowan, Glassboro State to me.
You
So,
stick with it.
How about that?
You stick with it. One out, a runner in scoring position. In the top of the order of the DH is Ryan McIsaac. Anyway, you were saying about Tripp. By the way, any kind of collision with a 6'7", 215-pound kid, I'm going in concussion protocol too.
Yeah, it was kind of weird how it happened. Oh, that's
McIsaac sends one to left field. It is deep. Back is Huxon. He's got it against the fence. Allowed out there. And that's the first out of the inning.
Ball's carrying as this day
Yes, it
continues
was.
to wear on. Hey, he didn't miss that by much. Usually you hear hit the gym or something is the creative
It's
chant.
usually the terminology.
WTP, warning track power.
Oh, yeah. Wheaties. 2 outs in the top of the fifth. And Victor Cruz at the plate. Cruz 1 for 2 in the second game. Big RBI double in the first game. You'd like this, Coach. They actually walked the kid in front of him, the designated hitter, to pitch to him. And he went, okay, fine. He hit a 2-run double.
That's a way to set up a story right there, I'll tell you that.
First pitch, strike
McIsaac hit that a long way.
to Cruz. He did. And look at the flag, though. You see the wind is blowing out to left. Pretty stiff one.
It's a crosswind. It's not necessarily, it looks like it's carrying out. It almost looks like it's cutting from center field to the left field pole.
Up the middle and through. Marks is being waved around. That's going to tie the game. Cruz delivers an RBI single where it's tied at 1.
Runners in scoring position. Is there really any other way? Yeah, look at these poor guys celebrating. They should be fined or something. What are you talking about? What are we looking at?
Okay, it's a game. It's gamesmanship. I know it. You missed it. I don't know if you missed it or not, but home plate umpire warned Kean for coming onto the field after a home run. And then this one you see on the other side. But hang on 1 second. Is this? Oh boy, Cougars deep down the line. It is foul. Left the park, but is foul.
Wow.
He got a hold of that one.
Did. He got every bit of that one.
You remember back in the day, the national anthem standoffs?
Yep.
Song ends, the kid stands on the line still, and all that good stuff. So it's something like that. It's all gamesmanship. It's all trying to get into somebody's head. And I think the plate umpire did a very nice job in warning the bench on the Kean side. I don't know if he's going to do something on the Rowan side between innings. But anyway, we're tied at 1. We got a runner at first. And Victor Cruz, right side foul. So 2 strikes to Cougars, the second baseman, with Ryan Murphy on deck. And that's him right there, Coach. Ryan Murphy. See that right there? So
yes,
if you get in a collision with that, yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, it
That's
was
a problem.
Murphy's knee into McCaffrey's kind of like chest collarbone area.
Wow.
So he really took the brunt of that one.
2 quick strikes to Cougars. That one bounces up there.
Kind of sounds like it was on this par with Marone and Shepard from Cumberland.
That's what I had mentioned when I had heard that news. I mean, that catcher Shepard's face immediately blew up like a balloon.
I guess what magnified, it's a young man's first name is Tripp, so, you know.
That's a baller name if I've ever heard one.
Runners going, and Cruz has got himself a stolen base. A high throw from Josh Jackson. And now Cruz is in scoring position with a 2-2 count at the plate.
You failed to mention about the recap you're giving coach of the first game that we also had a batter's interference call on the throw down to second base.
Yeah, we had batter's interference.
I saw that.
Yeah. I didn't see anything either way that would sway me. That pitch is high.
Sway you which way?
Either way. So I'm just saying. So I go with, look, as a plate umpire, what I go with is 2 things. Did the throw, was it a quality throw? Did the catcher interfere in any way? And then you make your decision. He felt he did, that's fine. A walk for Cougars. It'll bring up Murphy. 2 on and 2 outs for Rowan here in the 5th. I mean, think about it. I mean, it's not something where, oh, that was obviously blatant. We saw it up here. Nothing of the kind in that situation. Nothing of the kind. Murphy went deep in the first game. Also 2 more hits. Been on the bases a lot. It's kind of what you want from your big guy. Cruz at second. RBI single, stole second. Cougars at first with a walk. Nolan Rowan finally touched. 2 on, 2 out. Strike call.
Tough seeing balls and strikes from here.
Well, that's why we got this beautiful center field monitor.
That was a good picture earlier, too.
Thanks, Coach.
You got hope out there in center field. I can see him.
That's it. As long as we have Charles, we always have hope.
That's there. 2 quick strikes to Murphy. And again, that's victim what we talked about. It might be low to him, below his knee, but it's right at the catcher's knee, and you got to get it. 2 strikes. Big spot here for the Profs. The 0-2, way out.
I don't know if you might not have gotten a glimpse of Jackson trying to get him to chase out of the zone up. He literally was standing all the way up.
Pretty much.
And it still wasn't high enough.
Nope.
Not only that, then the runner faked it, and he pumped, and he almost lost the ball. That's putting pressure on. Rowan comes set with a 1-2 pitch. It's now 2-2 to Murphy. like any good hitter, fights back from 0-2, puts the count back even. If this is off speed, and I've always subscribed to this theory, and I've talked about this before, but if it always gets to 3-2, when you throw a hook at 2-2, the 3-2 is a fastball 99% of the time. Agree on that?
That's a very fair assumption.
So, and that's what it is. It's an assumption. But I don't think Rowan wants to go to 3-2 here. Big spot here in the ball game. Tie game. We're in the top of the 5th. To right field. It's going to drop. Cruz is coming around. There'll be no throw, and Rowan has the lead. Ryan Murphy goes opposite way. It is 2-1 Rowan.
It's a real nice piece of hitting right there.
RBI variety.
Oppo. And now the shortstop, Schooley, who has been phenomenal defensively. Been on the bases a few times also, and we've got a timeout from the dugout. And I don't know if Neil Ivero is going to make a change. He was looking at the bullpen. We didn't see anybody throwing, though, Doug, but then again, I think they're going to get somebody up now. So this is just going to be a visit.
Yep. Schooley made a heck of a play last defensive inning.
So get your peepers on here. Let's see who we got here. Now that's 27 and 39. Okay, so all right. So we've got Colin Kiernan, senior right-hander. That's him warming up on the left-hand side.
And a quick update from Wayne. Jeff Albies Field. The Pioneers of William Patterson have regained the lead in the top of the 6th. It is now 5-4. They lead TCNJ.
So we have first and third now with 2 outs following the visit. And this is the shortstop, Schooley. Chance to do more damage. That pitch is down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Yes, you mentioned, though, he made a great play at shortstop. He's been making them all day. As is the other shortstop, as is both first basemen. It's been quality defense in the infield. The 1-0. Off speed, he chased it and missed it. So it's 1-1. Ryan Murphy at first with an opposite field single to give the Profs the lead here in the 5th inning with a 2-1 lead.
Be interesting if they do anything offensively, first and third, 2 outs, correct?
Yeah, especially with a 2-1 lead.
Yeah.
Trying to.
Murphy will start and stop. And it's 2-1. You referring to Murphy running, hit and run?
Something going on, some kind of steal, maybe delay steal, maybe straight steal, maybe hit and run.
Well, the last 2 times they sent Murphy and then stopped him. It's a 2-1 to Schooley. And it's through for a base hit and another run. Coca scores, 3-1 Rowan.
Just time and again, these guys have found runners in scoring position. They've been patient, find their pitch, drive it, execute.
Yeah, but it looks like they're hitting the ball where it's pitched, though, too. I mean, that was only it middle out. They hit it between the shortstop and the third baseman.
And that's a strike to Mastrangeli. 3 runs in for the Profs here in the top of the 5th. And what do we talk about? Responses?
You have to. It's a heavyweight boxing match at this point.
Murphy chased back on the pickoff.
This has always been a big series, even when I was at Rowan. I mean, all the time, every year.
You remember playing Montclair? Who was the big guy that was their coach years back?
Norm Schoenig. He's a good man.
Great man. Great man. I think he wound up, I think I saw him somewhere. Maybe it was, oh, God, where was he?
He was at Rutgers Camden
That's
for a while.
it, Rutgers Camden. And he was at Rutgers Camden. He was
and
on
he was
the
here also.
Yeah, no, but he was on the staff with Beans in at Rutgers Camden.
Right.
Because I did the game, Beans being Dennis Barth, to those who don't know him. And I remember he yelled real loud from the dugout, if something like that happens, you might just get a pitch thrown at your head. I don't know, but it might happen. And then when I walked over to him, I went, Norm, you misunderstood what I said, Chris. No, I didn't. Yeah, that was at Rowan. That was 20 years ago. Montclair, right? Was it Montclair? No, it was Montclair. Here's a 2-1. That's through the hole, and that's another base hit. Murphy's being sent. It's slow to Marzano and right. Another run for Rowan. It's 4-1.
These guys are locked in right now.
Yes, they are.
Oh, what did Susan Sarandon say in Bull Durham? Hit him where they ain't. Wow.
That would be correct.
That was smart woman.
Tell you,
Good statement there.
Yep, a big play I think a lot of people might have missed was the third baseman. After school, he made that great play, letting that ball go foul. That could have really turned this game around real quick.
Yeah.
Because you can't teach it. That was very instinctive by that third baseman. He made a decision right there. He's not throwing a guy out at home. He's definitely not throwing a guy at first.
And it was close, too. We're going to get a pitching change, too. Colin Kiernan is going to come into the ball game. So for Nolan Rowan, he goes 4 2/3. He's responsible for the runners on base. And, you know, he might have deserved a better fate, guys, but, you know, like you guys talked about, they're putting the bat on the ball, hit him where they ain't. And now Kean's in trouble being swept out of here.
Backs are against the wall. So at this point, you empty every closet that you have, every tool in the toolbox. You could go on a bunch of different cliches and analogies, but when all else fails.
Well, that was a great cliche and analogy, but they took the wall down if you take a look out there, remember?
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
The remnants of the scoreboard.
Yep, it's still there, remnants. I like that.
You're not going to find any copper, as
Nope.
Chris had mentioned earlier.
Yeah, I remember the story that somebody was telling me. I forget. It says, have you been to Sandcastle? Not since I've umpired here. And this was like a few years ago. And I remember when I did the surf games here, I mean, it was obviously a beautiful scoreboard. You had all the advertising on both fences.
Yep.
And now just like Doug said, every piece of copper has been pilfered off of that scoreboard. So anyway, you're looking at the new pitcher, Colin Kiernan, a senior, 6'2", 200-pounder from Verona, New Jersey, and Verona High School. And he is coming into a spot with 2 runners on for the Profs to get out of it. It's now 4-1. We are in the top of the 5th inning. Chris Losey, Doug Stasic, the coach Tom Ryder, and our BFA sports crew here at an Njac semifinal in Atlantic City. The winner will go on to the finals, and that's us right there. There you go, Coach.
There,
Coach, look at that right there, Coach. There.
How about that? Look, that's an ugly picture right there.
Wait a minute.
Who's the guy in the middle with the beard?
No,
Who's that guy in the middle with the facial hair? How's that working out? Got my shirt on there, look.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
my
you
shirt
do.
on.
Company man.
Yeah, but there we are. And
That's good.
what I like about it, though, in particular in the strategy you talked about, and Mike Dixon always being aggressive, pushing the envelope, to use a cliche, but they have just gone pedal to the metal today. And a credit to them, every time Kean has done something offensively, Rowan has responded in kind.
It's been back and forth. So even this 3-run lead, I don't have any comfort level whatsoever, and it'll be interesting to see how they are able to respond. And I expect the Cougars to do so. Strong move here, good opportunity to make the pitching change. I totally agree with it. Limit the damage, try to get back with the bats.
Still working on it, 1st and 3rd and 2 outs.
Colin Kiernan. First pitch swinging again. Right side out of play, and you're looking at the first baseman, Eric DiDomenico. You've been watching this. He has been flashing some major league leather at first base. Lots of scoops. Nothing has gotten by this young man there. 1-strike pitch. Must have been high.
Was that high?
Thought so.
Must have been.
Okay.
1-1.
Is that your 50-50 pitch?
Mm-mm.
No, that was legit.
Thought it was legit.
1-1, runner breaking, and it's hit into right center field. Marzano coming in, makes the catch. Kiernan comes in, does the job, but 4 runs for Rowan in the top of the 5th. We're going to the bottom of the 5th here in the Njac semifinal. 4-1 Profs on BFA. We're in the bottom of the 5th, and you're looking at the left-hander Eli Atia. 4-1 Rowan with a 4 spot in the top of the 5th inning, and for Kean it'll be 7, 8, 9, Chris Chiaccio, Josh Jackson, and Connor DeForge. First pitch from Atia is down low. So now it's time for a response from Kean. Sorry, go ahead.
I would assume that since they've started 2 left-handers, is that correct? They must have did some studying on Kean.
Well, I had made that comment earlier, and I don't think there's any question about that. This was definitely by design. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. To Chiaccio. He's had a good day. Curveball misses outside. 2-1. Now the 2-1. Missed that. That was off speed. And it's 2-2. You notice now that the Rowan side is awfully quiet. The stands. We had some fun with them. They were going back and forth in the first game.
Yeah, it was something that we haven't seen. And nice! Look at that breaking pitch. My Lord.
I think just hearing some of the things I had heard, that some things probably got on TV that maybe should have not made it.
Yeah, they did make it through?
Yeah, they made it
Okay.
through. There were, I can't repeat them now, but there were 2 good ones.
And after that, then we finally had enough of that, right? 2-2. Coming back this way. And we'll do it again. Look at that. I mean, can you go back to that second?
Sure.
Look at. Can you find a cloud in that sky?
I mean, that's why this was always a perfect place for a ballpark. I mean, that view is unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely. Even when all the billboards are there and everything, it was still nice.
Outside in the full count now to Chiaccio. Three-two. Got him. Inside corner. Chiaccio didn't like it.
Ooh.
He's a strikeout victim. That's 1 out in the 5th. And now the catcher, Jackson, comes up.
He looks like a big young man, too.
He took a beating last game. He had 2 hits, right? 2 smacks. They got back at him.
Tough to pick up in white numbers from a distance, isn't it?
Well,
What do you think?
we actually
I said that earlier.
we like him. No, we said we like
I
him.
like them, but when you get up anywhere down in the corner, forget it. It's tough. Oh, man.
He hits Jackson, so
Yeah, well, being a receiver and getting hit twice, so that didn't even hurt him.
I would agree. He's aboard with one out. And the bottom of the order, Connor DeForge.
Well, speaking of tough, both these catchers, doubleheaders. They're both catching the full game, so that's potential 18 innings in a day.
And that's not even a question either. I mean, that's where coaches say you're catching both, and that's it.
It's the playoffs.
Yeah.
The old there is no tomorrow.
Yep.
Especially for Kean, down 4-1, down 1-0 in games. And in the bottom of the fifth, 1 on and 1 out to Forge, and the first pitch is up high. There's a strike. 1-1.
I think this umpire likes the outside corner, I think. He's appeared to do that since I've been here.
Consistently giving it to him.
All that matters.
And that is all that matters.
Well, then consistently take it.
In the dirt, 2-1. 1 on, 1 out. Bottom of the fifth. Three balls and a strike, and this is not what you want to do after you've got 4 on your side in the top of the inning. You want to give them any life.
Looking to roll one here, keeping the ball down, bottom half of the zone, turning the double play.
Instead, he puts him on.
That's not what you want to do.
So DeForge, the 9-hitter, walks first and second. Now they go to the top of the order, and the center fielder, Phil Malik. And still nothing from the Rowan dugout, but a time called by the infielders.
How far did Ryback go?
Complete game.
Did he? Complete game?
He did.
Yeah, he settled down. He had that one challenging inning. I think in the middle of the game they got a couple, but other than that, he was super efficient. And I had mentioned, the thing that I always enjoy is when you see the pitcher run over, and I mean, he literally wouldn't let go of his catcher. You know, he
remember him when he was a kid.
He had let Marks know all the way through, like, man, you helped me big time, and
You got me through it?
I love you, man.
Oh, we love you too.
Let's not get carried away.
Speaking of, where's Al Fisher? Malik is up, 2 on and 1 out.
He's dispatching.
Yeah, he's dispatching.
And Atia for the first time in a little bit of a jam. Strike call. Malik to be followed by the second baseman, Pallone, who has pop in his bat. 1 strike to Malik. Bottom of the fifth, 2 on and 1 out. Tia's pitch on the corner, 0-2.
Looks like it's been a long day for you.
Yeah, things have been
Pretty good.
rolling along. I think what kind of gets you a little bit is when you have that awesome Mad Dog Morgan's garlic toasted rolled cheesesteak.
0-2 is in the dirt outside.
He's still there.
1-2.
Hey, rightfully so.
He's still out there.
All right, we gotta
Show him the
throw him
picture.
up, give him some love. We'll do when we get a.
So I'll show him the picture. We got a chance. March has got no mask, and he's talking to the dugout.
Okay.
I hold off on that now. No, there it is. There. Oh.
That's a good look right there. I
Yeah.
saw it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
1-2 coming. Right side by DiDomenico. Jackson's going to hold up, and Kane has the bases loaded with 1 out in the fifth. For Johansson, who went deep in his last at bat.
It's been hot. Wasn't in the starting lineup in game number 1. Numbers called here in game number 2. And he has been a difference maker.
And we're looking at the Rowan dugout, and still nothing.
Well, this was a seesaw for a couple innings in game number 1, and the Cougars seem to be very inspired right now.
Tia from the windup, and now we have time called at the plate. Cat and mouse. And again, Tia steps off. We saw that in the first game, Coach, a lot of that. Stepping out, stepping off the mound. Stepping out, stepping off the rubber. The pitch, down low.
Yeah, we got some life in the Cougar dugout now. Tough to pick out the bullpens from here, isn't it? They're real tough.
Yeah. We can kind of see the one down there. Swing and a miss. Ball and a strike.
Look like something off speed.
There's the defensive alignment straight away, pretty much. Johansson's home run was the straight left field.
Yes, it was.
The 1-1. Curveball drops in there. And it's 1-2. I don't think he's going to see another fastball.
I would be very surprised if he does. It's going to be one of those shin splint level pitches, trying to induce the ground ball double play.
We're up around his eyes. It's up around his eyes.
That's where it was.
And it's 2-2. What do you think, Coach? That's just a show me right there.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, but it's not going to go over real well as the runner.
The bases are loaded for the Cougars here in the bottom of the 5th. And it's a 2-2. Just missed.
Wow.
And the count is full.
Wow.
3-2. 1 out, and there's nowhere to put Johansson. The pitch. Got him. Big strikeout for Atia. That's the second out of the inning.
Bear down. Some 50-50 pitches there that he didn't get, and he didn't let it even bother him one bit, and said, you know what, I got one better. I'm going to make that happen right here.
Now, you're not out of it yet because this young man's got some pop in his bat, too. Coach, watch his stance, his pre-pitch stance. I never understood this. Look at that.
It's about as wide open as you can get.
That's an extra movement to come in.
Yep.
I mean, do you see any need for that? I mean, all the youngsters that are watching.
Did he hit today?
Couple hits.
Couple hits?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't exactly recommend copying, but if it works for him, you got to let him play, I guess.
The 1-0. Missed the outside corner. 2-0. Two balls and no strikes. Atia. That's there.
And that was a good pitch. Good pitch.
2-1. Big spot here for the Cougars. They can get back into it with one swing here, guys. Time called at the plate by Pallone. We've seen an awful lot of that. I said it before, but I know what your feelings are on that. You know, gamesmanship, stepping out. Here's the 2-1. Fouled away. I mean, how much more do you want to do? All right, you stepped out, you stepped off, you stepped out. You here to play baseball or not?
See how far you can take this, I guess. I think it was 2 years ago. You couldn't step out. You had to stay in the box, I think, if I'm correct, 2 years ago.
You still have to. You have to keep 1 foot in.
Before.
Yeah. 2-2. Popped up behind short. Schooley under it. Inning over. Atia gets out of it.
How about that?
No runs for Kean. We're going to the 6th. It's 4-1 Rowan on BFA. Top of the 6th here in Atlantic City. 4-1. Rowan is in front in the second game of this Game 1, Game 2 doubleheader in the Njac semifinals. A best of 3. Rowan winning the first one 10-4. We are in the booth. Chris Losey, Doug Stasic, the coach Tom Ryder, and the man responsible for why the Sandcastle is what it is right now.
All right, let's get Ernie in
Ernie
there,
Corsi.
man.
Outstanding job, Ernie. I mean, seriously, stay here a second as this one's fouled away. It's taken a lot of work to get this stadium back. After the surf left, it was really in bad shape, wasn't it?
It was. Homeless people moved in, and the city took it over, and we put city employees in, tried to get it back operable, and most of the stuff around here now is cosmetics.
Hopper to second. And a good play by Pallone at second to get the out. So that's 1 out in the inning.
That was a real good play by him, because he actually lost his balance going for it, and he recovered.
I don't know how long you go back, but there was a game here when I did the plate of the surf. We had 14 ejections against New Haven.
Wow.
The police were here.
Was Mario Peruccio here? Or
He was
Frank
not.
Frank Bolton?
Frank Bolton was here. Yeah. That was a good one. Seriously, though, I mean, you've done a phenomenal job. You guys have been doing a great job. And how about ACC as well?
ACC has been here for the last couple of years as their home field, as they wait to build their own field. We also use this for Atlantic City High School and Perfect Game, which is 14U up to about 17U.
Good stuff.
So we stay busy.
Yeah. Kokas at the plate. 1-1 count to him. There's talk about another minor league team coming back. Have you heard anything? Or do you
We, the small administration, has been in contact with a number of interested players, or at least owners. There's a gentleman out of Kentucky who is seriously looking at bringing a minor league team back to Atlantic City. We hope we can get that off the ground.
Do you know what league it would be?
No. He actually owns 3 teams. He's affiliated or close friends with Frank Bolton.
Sure.
So that's good stock there.
Yeah, the Atlantic League. The Atlantic League, sure.
Yeah. There's a strike call.
I mean, that would be great, because like I told these guys, we were down here every weekend with my wife and I when the surf was here.
Listen, you can't beat this view. It's a $1
No,
billion
absolutely
view.
not.
Oh, full count to Bobiak. Did he go? They're saying he did. The ball goes to the backstop, and Jackson, was he off the bag? No, they're saying he's on the bag and got him. 2 outs in the 6th.
So that's an interesting
That was very interesting.
turn of events. So they're saying that he went. No dialogue, though, from Coach
Settle,
Dixon.
okay, Ernie, settle an argument for us now. The Tropicana, okay, the top, the crown, has that always been there, just the crown itself, like that side? Okay.
Yep. When they built the quarter, that's
No, then Doug's right then.
Quarter was
So-
built after this.
When was the quarter was built? I was
After the surf.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was here in 07. I remember, I umped about 50 games in this ballpark, and I remember that was lit. Now, am I wrong?
lit.
Yes. Okay.
Oh.
So then I'm wrong.
Oh,
What was?
I'm a lot younger than you. I can't remember.
Thanks a lot.
there you go. I understand that.
Oh, Ernie Corsi, thanks for joining us. No, but seriously, I mean, got to figure that one out. This is McIsaac, the DHs. We're at the top of the order. 2 outs in the 6th inning. We have an update, and you had said William Patterson is now up 8-5.
Yeah, that was the last look at it. I'll get an update. Yeah, 8-5, bottom of the 6th.
So the Pioneers on track to sweep their series with TCNJ. That one's in the dirt. That's another strike 3, and Jackson's got to field this one. Makes the play, and that'll end the inning. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. It's 4-1 Rowan here on BFA. I was. Bottom of the 6th. Kean down 4-1, down 1-0 in this best-of-3 series. They're going to have to get moving quickly. It'll be Tim Huxon, Zach Marzano, and Mike Lipinski to face the lefty Eli Attia. Now in his 6th inning of work, he's only allowed 1 run. And it was a solo home run. That pitch down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Chris Losey, Doug Stasic, the coach Tom Ryder, and our special guest Ernie Corsi, who's probably getting us either a business card or his debit card for something.
I don't know.
He's settling a bet for us, but I'm going to show him a picture. 2 balls and no strikes to Huxon. There you go, my friend. You hold that. I'll do this thing. Fouled away. And it's 2-1. Huxon's been on base 5 times in a doubleheader. 2 in this game. That's me right there. This was the brawl. Did you ever see this picture?
Is that what that was?
That's the brawl with New Haven in the Surf.
I noticed that Chris was nowhere near any
No
of this.
chance.
Nowhere near any of
No
the
chance. You guys fighting? No. Curveball is swung on and fouled back. Right side. Count is 2-2 to Huxon. This is there's Carminucci. Carminucci. And if you recall, the Surf are in the blue tops because their uniforms are stolen. You remember that?
I remember that.
There you go. You didn't take them, did you?
No, sir.
No. Okay.
We would put them in the museum by now.
2-2. Lifted into left center. It's shallow. Schooley is out. Mastrangeli coming in the dive, and he's got it. Another great play by the left fielder, Mastrangeli, for Rowan.
I'm telling you, the defense that we've seen on both sides of the field today has been absolutely phenomenal. And our center field cam, Charles Hope, he got him again.
Yes, he did.
Caught him laid out. What a great play and what a great capture.
1 out in the bottom of the 6th, and that'll bring up Zach Marzano, the right fielder. There's a strike call. Couldn't get a better day today, huh, Ernie?
I tell you.
It's-
The park looks good. It makes you feel like you're at a surf game. Weather's beautiful.
Schooley, you know that's going to be an out. That's 2. That's the ultimate compliment for a shortstop like that at the college level, huh?
Absolutely.
So tell me, what's next for this facility? What's planned next big?
Well, we actually right now we're looking into some concerts. We're still dealing with perfect game. The mayor's vision is probably turn this into a synthetic field if we do not get back a minor league team. But what's good about the minor league, they merge with the major league, the MLB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they can get somebody to affiliate it, we'll probably get a good hit here.
That would be something.
That would be good.
Be outstanding.
It's outside.
I sell Beta Field. I sell the Surf Stadium on the back view of Atlantic City. That's $1 billion view. When you look at Tropicana and Valleys, Hard Rock Ocean, and then you look over the Borgata,
No
you
doubt.
can't pay for this view.
No doubt. We've been saying it all day. I mean, it's just an outstanding view. And, you know, you have to look at the local teams. The Phillies ended their relationship with Single A Lakewood, right?
Yes.
So where are they now? And, you know, I mean, this has got to be something that the Phillies would want to consider. It's got to be.
Yeah, it's a different dynamic right now, though, minor league baseball. I mean, they cut a lot of layers of
They
that
did.
game out, and so you're ultra competitive. I think the biggest thing going right now for this facility, the Sandcastle, is what we're seeing right
It's a
here.
real good pitch.
Lipchinski strikes out.
Yep.
Elevation of college baseball in New Jersey and in the regional area. That's number one. You have these showcase events and showcase tournaments. You know, you mentioned Perfect Game. There's the PBR, Prep Baseball Report. Those avenues weren't around before. Like when it was prior to the Surf's time. So trying to have different events that can help generate revenue, I think it's really important. And again, I know that Rowan University feels very blessed that they had access and were able to, rent out the facility for this event. And who wouldn't love to have the Njac playoffs here?
Hey,
Yep.
We welcome them. I keep begging them to come back next weekend, too. I was hoping they lost one game today, so they forced to come back tomorrow, but right now they're doing well.
4-1 going to the 7th on BFA. We begin the top of the 7th with a 4-1 lead for Rowan, and it'll be Victor Cruz, followed by Alex Kokas and Ryan Murphy. 2-3-4 for Rowan here in the 7th. First pitch to Cruz, swing and miss the fastball. Second inning of work for Colin Kiernan, right-hander for Kean. And our special guest in the booth is Ernie, don't call me Ernest Corsi. Talking about the future of this ballpark, which really, I mean, it was on life support there for a while too, pal.
I used to enjoy coming to surf games because fireworks night, the place was packed and jammed. You couldn't get a seat, let alone get in here.
I don't know what's going on here, but
I missed something. Yeah.
Mike Dixon is now asking the umpires to check Colin Kiernan. Maybe check his glove. I don't know if they saw something, so that's them, and that's the home plate umpire, Justin Sims. Mark Rowan is on his left, and he's looking at the glove.
we really have seen it all today.
And he gave it back to him. He's got nothing.
So he found nothing.
I don't think that surprises anybody, does it?
That's gamesmanship right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, hey.
and that's something that just, you know, you got 3 more at-bats, and that's going to fire somebody up, I'll tell you right now. 1-1, so. Inside. All right, so you mentioned in the surf games, you mentioned the fireworks. My favorite was Thirsty Thursdays. Remember the dollar beers? Because this place was jam-packed. No, you weren't. No. I was.
Is that good on TV, dollar beers?
Yeah.
No, that's what they called them Thirsty Thursdays
was
I
for.
right.
understand that.
Yeah.
It didn't go too well in Pittsburgh either, as I recall.
Oh, no.
Actually, I think what's going on right now is because of that conversation on the mound with the 3 umpires and the chatter.
Happens every time. And a base hit for Cruz, his 3rd hit of the game. Happens every time. You know, everything's going kind of quiet, and then all of a sudden we make a call that's close, and then yeah. Happens all the time.
Well, he threw the first 2 pitches really inside. So I think he was trying to send a message, but then it backfired. 2-0, and he hits a ball up the middle.
He was a little amped up. I
Yes,
think
Sure.
he was overthrowing a little bit.
Sure. Cruz at first. Nobody out. Alex Kokas, the second baseman. And followed by 6'7" Ryan Murphy. Yeah.
You know, the biggest hit star around here is the little kid, the young man from Mainland Regional.
Chase
Oh,
Petty.
Chase Petty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he pitching in Trenton next week? Is that what that
Yes.
game is?
Yeah.
Trenton Thunder. I don't know if it's still Armand Hammer Stadium or not.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. When I was there, when I did those games during the strike, I actually worked the strike in 2006. It was Waterfront Park.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2-0.
And it was Thunder Stadium for a while, and
Yep.
then the Yankees took it over. Then the Yankees got out.
The Yankees took Scranton. It's all cycle. Square to bunt. Pitches inside. And it's 3-0.
Who was it? Governor Murphy just resurrected the Trenton Thunder Stadium. They were supposed to be closed, and they got a team back in there.
Yeah.
Affiliated with somebody this year.
Yeah, so it's interesting how that worked out. The Toronto Blue Jays AAA affiliate is going to be playing Usually they're in Buffalo. Well, the Toronto Blue Jays have been playing in Dunedin in the end of May, beginning of June, are actually going to go play in Buffalo. So then that pushes the AAA team out. So now they're moving to Trenton. And then you also have the prep baseball report.
Cruz running on that pitch, fouled away.
It's the Major League Baseball Draft League. So
Yes.
all the guys that are on the radar to be drafted out of college and high school for the 2021 season. So it is interesting. I mean, there's certainly a lot of opportunities. Just at the minor league level, there's a lot of moving parts.
Well, that's how we got the other team to come look at it, because Governor Murphy had someone in his office to have us all sit down and have a conversation with the gentleman from Kentucky. I just wish I could remember the name.
Flared in the left field. It's going to drop right in front of Huxon.
Yep, they're getting it done.
And the Profs have their first two on here in the seventh, and you can see the body language of the left fielder, Huxon. It's just like they're hitting it where we aren't, and they've been really capitalizing on that in this game here. 4-1 they lead, top of the seventh, and 2 on and nobody out, and big Ryan Murphy at the plate. I had said before, though, this place was on life support, wasn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
And you had the homeless and, you know, the copper. Oh, how'd they get up there?
Had to get in the building. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yep.
Yeah. 2 on and nobody out. Ripped foul by Murphy.
Yes, it was.
Do you guys see the little going on between LaForge and Cruz, similar to what we had in that game
Yeah.
in Trenton Catholic? Why? Why is that?
Again, that's the beauty of baseball. There's so many games within the game.
You're to play baseball.
Yeah, but there's always a game within the game.
They're going to watch the Forge 11. Watch him get close. Watch him get close to Cruz. That's nothing there. Murphy a big hack, and he fouled it back. 2 strikes.
Well, that's not even a comparison here in what we saw again.
No.
In
No, but the first one looked like
the
they
high
were.
school game. Well, they were.
Oh yeah, I was ready to throw
They
a
were pretty
flag.
much. They were pretty much ready to throw gloves down and go get it.
There's a big spot here for the Profs. You got the guy you want up 2 on and nobody out, and you're up by 3, and a chance to put away the Cougars and go on to the final. 0-2. Inside, ball and 2 strikes. So 1 and 2 to Murphy. 4-1, Rowan in front. On a picture-perfect day in Atlantic City. Can't get better than this. Can't get better than this.
And it wasn't a bad ride getting here neither.
No? Everything
No,
good?
Wasn't too bad.
He went at that, and Murphy's a strikeout victim, and that's the first out of the 7th inning.
And that's a big out.
Yes, it is.
You talk about a guy that could have ripped this game wide open. 3-run lead in the 7th is bad enough. He gets a hold of one there with no outs. I don't know. What
It's
manual-
7-1.
I don't know what manual you go to, but that's generally the one that the pilot never wants to pull out when they're
Absolutely
flying
not.
the plane.
Nick Schooley, the shortstop at the plate.
But you know what? The caliber of athletes you have here, I'm not so sure people are really well aware of how good the Njac really is. I mean,
Yeah.
I was there, so I know how good it really is. Njac is really an excellent conference.
Oh,
It's as strong as some
It is.
other level baseball you can play.
yeah.
You've got good competitive teams all across. You've got traditions, too. You've got mainstays, coaches for the most part.
Well, and then I look at
Yeah.
I look at the academics that all these schools offer too.
And the academics.
Right. So
yeah.
this being able to play a sport at any level in the college space, it's helping you.
Left field, Huxon, long run.
Good try.
It is
Good try.
foul. Just foul.
I love the salesmanship and the bullpen of Rowan. 20's point. Yeah, that was fair. That was absolutely fair. trying to get Huxon to run a little faster.
If you guys noticed in the second game you've done here today, is there any difference between the speed of the game on the collegiate level and the high school level?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
glad you said
Absolutely.
that. Absolutely.
I mean, that's not even close.
Yeah, we're getting back to it, and the level of academics that all of these players are benefiting from by being in that conference. It's next level. It's such a good story that continues to evolve, and I'm just real happy that we've gotten the honor to be able to broadcast this semifinal matchup here, and hopefully moving forward.
Yep. We do know that if Rowan is victorious, we will broadcast the championship series, since Rowan is the top seed. Place to be determined. Kieran ready. 2-1 fouled away. And it's 2-2 to Schooley with Mastrangeli on deck, and he has put a clinic on in left field defensively today.
Yeah, from what I've seen, yes, he has. And a shortstop for Rowan also. He's just done a heck of a job.
Yeah, right now left field shifted way over, trying to play the pull side.
Yeah, there's a lot of space if he goes down the line. 2-2. Curveball outside. So it's a full count, 1 out. And a 4-1 lead for Rowan and a chance to open this thing up. And there is bullpen action for Kean. Right-hander loosening up. We'll find out who that is in a second. 3-2. Another one fouled away. Fans appear to be joining back and forth again, Doug.
Bullpen. Well, listen, you guys have missed the opportunity to sit in the stands and have some fun. So as long as you keep it clean, have some fun.
Here comes a 3-2 pitch to Schooley. And we'll do it again. He's hanging in there. So back to Ernie. Immediate, what's next? What's the next improvement to the stadium?
We're just going to keep trying to do what we do, be maintaining on it, and actually we have ACIT high school graduation here in a couple weeks.
Oh, nice.
Oh, boy.
That's nice.
Back, it's off of Kiernan's glove. They are going to get 1, but they're not going to get 2.
What an outstanding defensive
That was
play.
an unbelievable play right there, I'll tell you that.
Outstanding.
Unbelievable play by LaForge. DeForge at shortstop.
Very good play.
Off the deflection, off of the second baseman Pallone, and they got 1. So that's the second out of the inning. Mastrangeli's up, and first and third for Rowan.
Yeah, barehanded. That was
Yep.
absolutely next level. Again, the instincts take over. You know
Yeah,
you're not going to have any
yeah.
time, so you might as well
Yep.
eliminate trying to use the glove because then you have 0 shot at getting them. And this is an important spot here because in the 7th inning, the last thing you want to do is give Rowan another insurance run.
Here's Mastrangeli. That's outside.
Well, same question here. We do anything in first and third? First and third, 2 outs, right?
I'm going to definitely, I got a 3-run lead. I'm going to put pressure on. I'm going to send the runner from first. No doubt. Because there's not going to be a throw. I predict that.
Don't tell me no throw. You have to make something happen.
They're not running until you get a strike on them.
Yep. It's 2-0 now.
Yeah,
Yep.
They're not running until they get a strike on them.
I don't think he could chance it. Fouled back. Now there's the strike. And Cruz can run. He's stolen a base today already. He's at third.
Well, right now you're trying to eliminate losing that opportunity from a double play ball.
Force, yeah.
So
But you're right.
my bad, 2 outs.
That's all right.
No, but that's I get what you're saying. You want to eliminate the force.
I understand where you're coming from, yeah.
And they don't fake it
Oh.
because you can't fake it.
No, he went right to third.
So Kieran goes to third.
That was slick. Yeah, I guess if we can actually hear that in the headsets, I assume that others can hear it as well.
It's a 2-1. Outside. Oh, no. Called strike. My bad. 2-2.
No, I didn't want to go there.
You thought it was wide?
Yeah.
Okay. But not much from the dugouts either side from Justin Sims' plate job today. Not much from Mark Rowan's plate job either, right, Doug?
Yeah, no, he consistent.
Got him.
Big time spot, man.
Big
Yes,
strikeout
it was big time.
for Kiernan. Stretch time in Atlantic City. 4-1 Rowan on BFA. Seventh inning stretch brought to you by BFA Sports. Here we are. Rowan semifinal matchup in the Njac tournament for 2021 against Kean. They've got a 1-0 lead in games by winning the opener 10-4. And they lead this one 4-1 as we go to the bottom of the seventh. This is the nightcap. Chris Losey, Doug Stasic, Coach Tom Ryder, BFA Sports crew with us. And great to see Atlantic City's own Ernie Coursey here. And I think he was here, and then they built the stadium around him. That's what I think would happen.
Might have been it.
Yeah. I mean, hold on. Mario Perucci's on the line. So great man. Great man. Long-time general manager of the Surf here when they were part of the Atlantic League. And a 1-1 count now. The plate, this is Chiaccio, the third baseman. Chris Chiaccio, Josh Jackson, and Connor DeForge here in the bottom of the seventh for Kean, trailing 4-1. Time to do something right now if you're the Cougars, right, boys? Yep. Lifted foul, right side. That'll find the seats.
Then they had the two coaches that were involved with Middle Township High School baseball that were involved with the Surf also.
And they would be Doherty?
Doherty's. Yep.
Great, yep.
Good job.
Thank you.
You passed that test.
Oh, my. That's the only one I'll pass.
Good job.
That's the only one I'll pass. He even said, I knew he was an umpire. But it's like he wanted to say it, but he didn't. I didn't really care for you that much. But, well, my defense, though, I just got out of pro ball. It was terrible. This stuff, here. You got guys like Carminucci and Montague. Remember those players? You had Montague and, the nut. Anyway, pop up the second. Kokis, Chiaccio is out. That's the first out of the seventh inning. Josh Jackson, now the batter, the catcher, caught both games, and we had talked about that. The catchers were going to catch both games.
Iron Man baseball.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Season's on the line. You're certainly not going to.
This is not a day to let's give somebody a chance.
Yeah. No.
Oh, definitely not. Eli Attia. So far, Mike Dixon has yet to go to the bullpen in this doubleheader. Drew Ryback going the distance in a complete game victory, allowing 4 runs in the last game. And Attia only allowing 1 through 6 1/3 here in the nightcap. Count is 1-1 on Jackson. Swung on and missed. And it's 1-2. No Al Fisher coming out of the bullpen. I guess you're going to have to take it. What do you think?
I've landed a few planes in my time.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because I have to go umpire and steal some money.
Jeez.
That's inside.
Anybody that's seen you actually umpire, they'd probably affirm that statement.
I'm not so sure that's a statement you want to make on TV. You might not get any phone calls.
They They destroy me. They destroy me. They absolutely do, Ernie. You know, it's just not right. It's not right. You know, it's not right. That's way outside. Although the last time I said it was outside, it was, you know, it wasn't so far outside.
Yeah.
So now the count is full, 3-2, and you know the Facebook groups, like the umpires in my umpire group, they say I'm a better broadcaster, and on the broadcasting group, they say I'm a better umpire. So I'm in the middle of nowhere. This one's popped up, out of play. Do it again. 3-2.
That's the top of the roof right there.
So again, though, so the capacity, you think a AA affiliated team could land here?
That'd be great. I mean,
AA,
plus we hold 5,500.
5,500.
5,500 is the seat.
Got him. Strikeout number 7 for Atia. That's the second out of the 7th. So 5,500. That's a good number, Coach. I think
That's
they
pretty
can
good
handle
number,
it.
yeah.
And you're going to get the boxes reopened, I'm sure, right? Yeah. No. I remember the pink door was the umpire room. The pink door right on the side of the building, yeah.
That says it all right there.
Memory, too.
It's not my fault. I didn't choose the colors.
Make sure you didn't get lost.
Connor DeForge. The whole wall was pink, I think. No, wait. I don't remember. Yeah, there you go. Please. 2 balls and no strikes to the shortstop DeForge. 2 outs, nobody on in the 7th. That's outside. 3-0. DeForge walked the last time he was up, and I think that was the one that signaled the meeting, because the 9-hitter is generally somebody you don't want to walk, especially on 4 pitches.
That would be correct.
And he's in danger of doing that again.
Yep.
And he did it again. So DeForge on for the second time in a row on a 4-pitch walk into the top of the order, and the center fielder Phil Malik. You know, I feel like we're doing a telethon where can we get an update, another Timpani? What's the latest on William Patterson and TCNJ?
It's 11-6 in the bottom of the 7th, so the William Patterson Pioneers appear to be in control, and unless something crazy happens, likely advancing to the championship round of the Njac.
Strike call to Malik.
Like my son tells me, no lead is guaranteed.
That's right.
Yeah, well, we've seen 6 runs put up in a single frame in the last game here, so this game certainly still to be decided.
There's a base hit into left field for Malik, and the Cougars have 2 on. They're going to throw behind, but DeForge is safe at second, so 2 outs, and now it'll bring up Johansson. He went deep in his first at bat, and he is the tying run.
That's really good math, Chris. I'm happy to see that. You know, you're practicing those accounting skills. 1, 2, 3. I mean,
thanks a lot, guys. Yeah,
You're welcome.
that's awful.
We're here for you.
Might be awful. That's what the people were saying on the chat. They were wondering if you could tell some more umpiring stories from 20 years ago.
Oh, relax.
So if you're going to struggle to fall asleep later on, you can rewind and listen.
Oh
to
my goodness!
Chris Losey umpiring back in 2006 during the brawl.
You just cut my mic. Oh, come on, that's a classic story. Were you even here at that game? Okay, that's a classic.
Look, it's easy to figure this out. We're here for you. We understand.
Yeah,
We're
it's
okay.
You're watching the Chris Losey show, which happens to be here at Sandcastle Stadium, home of the Njac playoff semifinal between Kean College and Rowan University.
Terrible.
It's okay. You'll be all right.
Yeah,
Terrible. I think I will.
It's
Help
okay,
you become a
Chris.
better man.
It's the feel good edition.
Thanks a lot. That'll work.
Big spot here. How are we going to pitch to him?
Go ahead, call the game.
That was the conversation. How are we going to pitch to him?
Absolutely. Well, there's your answer. Take some corners and see what happens.
Well, I'm not so sure you want to use the word try and stay comfortable, because that could end up ugly real quick. You could throw something you don't want to throw, and could go a long way.
Oh, that was
That's
a nice
pretty good
breaking
pitch.
pitch
Yes,
there
it
by
was.
Tia.
Drop down low. 1-1, big spot in the game. Cougars have the tying run on with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th.
Base hit here can equally do serious damage.
Yes, it can.
DeForge at second, he walked. Malik at first, he singled. That's up high, it's 2-1. Two balls and a strike with 2 outs. The pitch, high, it's 3-1.
Yeah, it looks like we have somebody throwing down there.
Action in the Prof bullpen.
Fouled away, full count.
There is a gander down into Rowan's pen. Couple guys getting loose. That looks like it's number 35.
That's who it is.
This could turn interesting real quick with a base hit.
A 3-2 coming to Johansson. It's up high, ball 4 and a walk. And the Cougars now have the bases loaded for Pallone.
Don't go anywhere. This one just got real interesting.
And now Mike Dixon out of the dugout.
The question, is this a change or a buying time?
We'll
I
see.
really don't know. We'll have to see what happens here.
I think he's taking him.
Drew, go to the bullpen.
By the way, Victor Cruz reacted, but we'll wait for the official word. Yep, he's taking him.
There was the hand signal.
And
nice round of applause, deservedly so, from Atia.
Eli Atia going 6 2/3. And finally, they're turning it over to the bullpen, and number 35 is Jason O'Neill, a sophomore from Williamstown, New Jersey, and Williamstown High School. And he's going to come into the game in a big spot for Rowan defensively with 2 outs and the bases loaded and the tying run at first in a 4-1 ball game. I actually do know this kid, and you want to talk about cool, that would be this kid right here.
Well, I hope this young man does here today what he did for Cumberland County College in the World Series. This kid came in, didn't pitch a whole heck of a lot, and then came in the World Series and shut the team down to keep us the only undefeated team in the World Series.
Well, no bigger spot than the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs.
One thing I've always told him is we won because of what you did 2 days before this. And that's a fact.
Well, that's how it plays out. And a lot of times it's not about who's always in the lineup card when every game starts, or you just never know. I mean, we've seen too many situations where a guy goes down, you get a pinch hitter. I mean, a kid like Bobiak, great example. Injury presents opportunity. You come in, you do your part. You know, he's done a nice job out there in center to help them. And now ball goes to O'Neill. You just never know.
You never have any idea.
Sort of like the next man up theory, right? Christian Pallone, first one to face O'Neill.
Now pitching for row number 35, Jason O'Neill.
Pallone 1 for 3.
Here's your favorite stance again.
Chance to really give the Cougars a lift they need. First pitch is a strike. Bottom of the zone. One strike to Pallone. Two strikes to Pallone.
Whew.
Nasty slider.
Yes, it was.
Coach Ryder, you said
Yes,
it best. You're going to the kid in the spot. Got a job. Bear down.
Absolutely. Don't drop that baseball.
And 0-2. Off the outside edge. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
What do you think about that one?
I think he pulled it in.
Think you pulled it in?
Yep. Yeah, no complaints all day on the strike
All
zone,
right.
either side. I mean, we're all going to miss one here and there, right?
Yep. Some of us more than one.
Well, 1-2 pitch. Got him.
Yes, he did. Good job.
You got to give O'Neill credit.
Yes,
They
you
dialed
do.
911 when they went to the bullpen, and this kid came in and he put out a fire.
Yes, he did.
We're going to the 8th. Doug Stasic, Tom Ryder will take you the rest of the way. It's 4-1 Rowan here on BFA.
And we are back. It's time for the top of the 8th for BFA Sports and Rowan University's baseball. Doug Stasic joined alongside the legendary coach Tom Ryder as the first baseman Eric DiDomenico steps in for the Profs. And already 2 balls in the count. As Kiernan comes in for another inning of work. Swing and a miss. DiDomenico trying to get a spark as the Profs escaped a bases-loaded threat in the bottom of the 7th.
Yes, they did.
And now 3-1, opportunity to restart the offense, which has been very opportunistic all afternoon. As he lasers one.
Yes, he did.
Base knock through the left side, and DiDomenico will lead it off. He's going to stretch it for 2. That's heads-up base running.
That is heads-up base running right there.
So the hard 90 out of the box,
Very
DiDomenico
good, yep.
made an immediate turn to second base, and just like that, no outs, runner at second would probably anticipate a dose of small ball, trying to manufacture an insurance run late in this one.
That would be correct.
And that will bring to the plate the catcher, Jared Marks. Kiernan delivers, he squares, but that sack bunt goes foul. Is this what you would call standard operating procedure this late in the game?
That would be correct.
So our partner, Chris Losey, took his ball and had to go, literally.
That would be okay. We'll be all right.
But we're not going to be able to rehash the history of this fine facility. I think he covered most of that.
I think you noticed I was biting my tongue quite a bit. I mean, I was trying to be a little.
You might need a dentist. You had to bite that tongue
a little
so
bit
hard.
professional. If I have to hear about the 14-man injection one more time, oh my goodness.
He squares the butt. Oh, the slash. You don't see that every day.
No, you don't.
Like the strategy there by Coach Dixon.
Very good. Yep.
Catcher Marks just missed as that one fouls back to the screen. Now 2 strikes, and we would anticipate him swinging away now here.
That's where the third baseman's eyes light up, and he's got a couple adjectives to modify the adverb when he sees that happening.
And it's a short word because he wouldn't have enough time to actually speak a long one.
Absolutely not.
Kiernan fires, and that ball flared into the right field. It's going down the line. It's going to drop in for a base hit. And around the corners are going to be, all the way from second base, DiDomenico. So cash in the insurance run.
Yep.
Another double for the Profs.
Center fielder Jason Njac.
So they stretched that one out, and now a 5-1 lead. Exactly what they needed.
Yep.
Still with nobody out. Can only expect perhaps we see Bobiak square up as well. We've seen too often in this series, not only in the series, but the way these guys have battled all year long. 4-run lead is really nothing. Oh, he swings through.
Yes, he did.
One fouled off the screen. It's a 1-strike count. Chiacho is definitely expecting him to turn around a bunt because the third baseman was running up all the way. And he's up on the grass yet again. As is Lipchinski. Over at first. There goes the rotation. He does bunt. He drops it. And he's able to get Bobiak as they collide.
We're going to have a problem here. Maybe not.
Well, some discussion between the umpires, and they restore the order. I think Bobiak was a bit confused. He kind of felt like I got to give myself up, but not too early, because he wanted to make sure that the sack bunt got the runner over to third base, and they were able to do that. So Marks did make his way over to now third base. 1 out goes on the board. And that will bring up the designated hitter, Ryan McIsaac. McIsaac with an opportunity to drive in Marks. That first pitch misses up and out of the zone.
This is an important run right here. Got to bring this run in somehow.
Well, the largest inning we've seen a team have belongs to Rowan all day long, where they were able to drop 6 in one of the frames in game number 1.
Game, right?
That ball misses up. You know, you would think, Coach, after 17 innings of baseball, maybe it'd be a little bit of an energy zap, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
Absolutely not.
They are fired up. That ball misses down in the dirt, but a nice job by the catcher in
nice
Jackson. Keep that ball in front and that run off the board.
He got hit twice hard in the first game. I saw it on TV.
Yeah. And they decided 3-0 to put McIsaac on. This could be deja vu all over again. So Cruz, who was intentionally walked in game number 1, I should say what Cruz was brought up after McIsaac was intentionally walked in game number 1, punished them with a double down the line. It scored 2 RBI, and at a minimum, it's going to draw a conversation from Coach Iavero.
Did you find out who Crown belonged to yet out there?
Yeah, it's yeah.
Did you find it?
Ernie had said it is in fact a quarter, and in fact we did the time frame, and that was here while the Surf were here. So Losey, for once in his life, was actually right. All right, so meeting of the squad there on the pitcher's mound, and you can only imagine, Coach, they're trying to buy some time perhaps to get another arm up in the.
Don't see anybody up though. Don't see anybody up.
No, so mound visit being recorded in the book.
I have a funny feeling he's talking about the play at first base just recently too. I think.
Yeah, about his
little the collision,
the
or
bump.
the bumping, or the bump and run, whatever it might be.
The bump and run.
The bump and run.
Yeah. Oh. NFL draft is in the books, and it looks like the guys are reporting for rookie minicamp right now, so there's some physical play going on. All right, so we got runners at the corners, 1 out. That'll be Marks at third. That'll be McIsaac at first. And that brings up Victor Cruz. Cruz bunts. Foul.
Just a little bit of a bad angle. Bad angle there.
Well, with 1 out, I guess the counter move here by Coach Dixon is to take away the potential for a ground ball double play. This could turn into a safety bunt, however, with a runner down at third.
Yes, it could.
For those not familiar with the safety bunt, similar to a sacrifice bunt when you have a runner at third base, you're trying to score that run with a bunt. He squares and he gets it down. Runner comes. He's coming home. And he's safe.
Good job, yep.
Well executed baseball by the Profs.
Very well done.
Man, oh man, and all 215 pounds of Murphy almost crushed the catcher and Marks to celebrate. But that is a special play, one that you don't see often, but man, did they execute it well. Everybody is safe. So Cruz.
I think I was more of a safety squeeze than a straight-out squeeze.
Yeah, no question. So Cruz probably going to be in the nightmares of some of the Cougar players and coaches later on tonight, as twice he comes up to bat after intentionally walking the player in front of him, and he makes him pay.
But that was an important run because right now that realistically takes the grand slam out of the equation.
Yeah, now with runners at first and second, it is the second baseman, Alex Kokos. Gets some chasing in the upstairs cheese. Shreds him for a strike.
Yes, he did.
Give credit to Kiernan. He appears unfazed, continuing to flood the zone. And that ball is fouled.
It's on the roof.
It's over top of us. Hopefully the RK Chevrolet Tahoe is parked far enough away from the building. I think so. Don't you hope?
I hope so.
All right,
I don't want
thanks.
to tell you, I parked the K5 Key in the over there
over the skating rink?
Over there in the skating rink.
Okay. Oh, there's a not exactly tailor-made double play, but oh my.
But it worked.
So, Kiernan, PFP, able to turn 2, but not before the Profs are able to add 2 runs in the top of the 8th. The insurance play is on. It's 6-1. Rowan will be back from Sandcastle Stadium. You're watching BFA Sports. All right, and Jason O'Neill, the Rowan Prof firefighter who came in with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the last frame, gets the big strikeout, and he's going to start the bottom of the 8th off versus Kean's Tim Huxon. First pitch, he squares, misses for a ball. Doug Stasic joined alongside the legendary coach Tom Ryder with a lot of Rowan on the resume, Coach. Rowan University, Rowan College of South Jersey, Cumberland, Rowan College of South Jersey, Gloucester.
I don't even know how that happened.
Just
happened.
Just evolved. And now a 3-0 count. So the Cougars hoping to get Huxon on, and they will. So a lead-off walk here in the 8th.
And actually being at all 3 places, it kind of sounds silly, but there was a kind of a progression of winning. When I was a head coach at Gloucester, we made it to Garden State Athletic Conference Championship twice, and then we went on to Region 19 playoffs. Then I went to Rowan U. Then we went to the Regions, 1 game away from the College World Series. Then at Rowan, Cumberland. And we won the whole thing.
Well, I got to say, you're leaving places better than you found them. That's a pretty good history. That's what you call legacy.
Nah, thank you, though, for the compliment.
1 strike to the right fielder, Zach Marzano. That ball fouled to the right side.
You want to call legacy to 3 guys that are up for big-time state wins, Tropiano, Alvaro.
Yeah, Bill Alvaro, the Kingsway coach, just got his
coach.
400th win this week. Shout out to him. And those are guys that have played a big role in teams like right now we're looking at, Rowan and Kean. Their players have gone on to play at the collegiate level.
And then they had Dennis Barth.
Barth, another great
leaving
man.
Gloucester and going to Rutgers and come back to Gloucester Catholic.
Yeah, a lot of great guys dotting the landscape of the collegiate baseball scene here. And fires it again. O'Neill misses. Now 2-2.
Even South Jersey baseball kind of fits in the same sentence as the Njac. South Jersey baseball is a lot better than people give it credit for.
Yeah. Well, word's getting out. He fists one.
Let that go.
Could be a tailor-made double play, and it looks to be the part.
It was.
So Pallone. So Kokos able to field it himself and do the 4-3 double play. It was almost like he ordered it from Uber Eats.
I wonder if somebody yelled into Jason, let it go, like I said, too. Just let it go. Sometimes you don't want to get the pitcher too much involved in that.
I'll tell you, I admire the way Kokos plays the game. He has kept it loose all afternoon. Been sharp, staying loose. Caught him doing on the dance cam a few times as O'Neill fires a first pitch strike.
Well, this is a game you can't play with putting a lot of pressure on yourself and being real emotional like football. You know, win one for the Gipper, do this, do that. You just got to play the game hard and let things happen.
So 2 pitches, and after that fouled offering, already 2 strikes to the first baseman, Mike Lechimsky. O'Neill stares in to Marks for the sign. He fires, and that one misses.
Not being a technology guy, but I'll tell you what, you'll be tested if you do the championship game at Rowan University with setting things up.
Well, we were talking, Rowan University's field right in the heart of campus has elevated viewing for the spectators. But we've been told it's been utilized as a holding pattern of sorts for commencement festivities. And so, therefore, still a little bit up in the air. So things play out and Rowan advances. We may be right back here at Sandcastle Stadium. So, another ball.
Which looks like a good setup for you.
Oh, it's a beautiful
setup. Looks like
setup.
a good setup for you.
We love shooting the games here. Then again, we were fortunate enough that Ernie Corsi had joined us for a few frames. That ball is poked back to O'Neal. Off the glove, Coco's going to hustle. He gets it over to first and can't get the ball all the way over. So DiDomenico tried to scoop it out as if we were on the beach. But that wasn't going to happen, and now runners at first base with 1 out.
Third baseman, Chris Chachio.
That's another play where maybe the pitcher should have let it go.
So that'll bring up.
But you know what? Being an athlete, you want to try and make the play.
Oh, no question. So Chris Chachio, the third baseman, who's flashed some leather of his own, turned a double play to get this game going early back in the first.
Yes, he did.
First pitch misses away for a ball. As O'Neal down managing the run game. He fires. Ball misses. 2-0 to Chachio. And
it's a good pitch.
O'Neal changed his tempo a little bit, took a deep breath, and fired that one in. Battling now 2-1. Fires again. Ball fouled towards the Rowan dugout. Good play over there by the Profs brethren. Even count at 2. Make that 2-2 with 2 outs. O'Neal stares it down yet again. Now a full house.
Might just have been a little bit high.
That one up in the zone. And now a 3-2, 2 outs. Lepczynski down at first. It is a payoff pitch. Runner goes. Schooley shuffles over to DiDomenico, and that is a 6-3 putout. And Rowan will go to grab their final bats of this inning, or I should say of this game. And we'll be back from Sandcastle Stadium. You're watching BFA Sports. All right, and we are back for the top of the ninth. Your pitcher, Kean, still in this one as the right fielder, Ryan Murphy. Flares one through the left side, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. So 1 pitch, 1 swing, and 1 runner on.
He is a big boy. He just muscled that over.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's all right, Coach.
He just muscled that over between the shortstop and the third baseman.
Shortstop, Nick Schooley.
All right, so now Nick Schooley, your shortstop. There we go. He squares the bunt. Offers. Oh, and he's got him in his sights, but he's not going to get him. So Murphy able to hustle back in. 1 strike is the count.
Guess he got caught in no man's land that time.
Yeah. The old sacrifice bunt, you got to make sure he gets it down. Not sure how many times Schooley has been asked to sacrifice bunt this season, but it is the playoffs. And he pops it up. That one gets down. However, Kiernan shuffles over to Pallone. They'll record the out. But Murphy in to second base on the sacrifice.
And Schooley does what he had to do.
He did.
Ryan Ostrangeli.
And Ryan Mostrangoloni is in now.
That was a pretty good job with that name.
Well, on the fly. What are you going to do? All right, so we got 1 out and a runner at second base in Murphy. Here is the first pitch to the left fielder. That ball is down.
Well, you got to call Vaccine Boy tomorrow to see how he's making out.
Yeah, so Chris Losey going to get number 2. So he's got a game umpire tomorrow. Pallone scoops it up over, and he gets it. So Lipchinski able to hold the bag and record the out. Now 2 outs, but a productive one as Murphy is now 90 feet away from another prof run.
And you can see the difference right there at the second baseman. I think we talked about high school play versus this. That probably would have went through a high school game.
Yeah, great defense, good first step. You look at where he's playing on the grass.
Yep, that's where you belong.
So able to maximize his range, and now with 2 outs, first pitch misses for a ball to the first baseman, DiDomenico. Kiernan's second pitch in the dirt, now 2-0. Again, another nice job by Cougars catcher
Yes,
Josh
he did, yep.
Jackson. He has been a wall with the blocking today. Ball flied out to shallow center field in no
It's gonna
man's
be
land.
tough.
Oh, off the outstretched hands of Pallone. That'll drop in for a base knock. The Bermuda Triangle
Yes, it
and an
was.
RBI as Murphy, he crosses the plate yet again.
Catcher, Jared Marks.
Yeah, that's a tough one, Coach. There's like
That's
just
a real tough play.
nowhere you can go, and you feel kind of hopeless as you got the center fielder playing a bit back, and Pallone has to stretch out his arm, look back over his shoulder almost into the sun, and
And I don't care who you are, you're still here. You're still hearing footsteps.
Oh, yeah.
You're hearing them footsteps coming. Except he heard 3 sets of footsteps coming.
yeah, they merged on the baseball. Nobody able to cash it in is the catcher Jared Marks now to face Kiernan. First pitch, swing and a miss. 1 strike. Another look as the wind consistently has been blowing straight towards the left field foul pole. Snap throw to first. Not in time.
Good backup by the right fielder that time.
Good action
He was
there.
on his way there.
So now 1-1 to Marks with DiDomenico at first. Foul ball right side and up and over the concourse.
RK truck's okay.
All right.
It's okay.
parking lot material for that one. Oh, that one
boy.
wild. Nothing you can do about that one. That one bit the corner. And so DiDomenico now into scoring position. 2-2 count on the what'll go in as a wild pitch. And the Profs with a 7-1 lead.
That's got to be tough on a catcher right now, though, too, because that ball's coming right out of the sunlight and into shadow.
Yeah, interesting time of day to be a hitter as well. It's the 4 o'clock Arizona sun. It's always what they say out in Chase Field where the Diamondbacks play. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, but not before a seeing eye blooping single adds another run to the board. Rowan leads 7-1 as the Cougars come to bat for what might be their final opportunity in this one. We'll be back. You're watching Njac Semifinal Baseball presented by Rowan University on BFA Sports. We head to the bottom of the ninth. The new pitcher to try to close this one out for the Profs, holding on to a 7-1 advantage, is Zach Listro, 5'11", 180-pound right-handed pitcher from Swedesboro, New Jersey, and a graduate of Kingsway Regional. So the senior gets the ball as the Cougars come to bat here in the final frame. And I'll lead things off as we have a pinch hitter, it appears, Coach.
Yes, we do.
Josh Jackson is the catcher. And we will try to get a look at number on this batter, and it is number 2. And that's Frank Lowe Judas, who was the starting pitcher and designated hitter in game number 1. So the senior. Ball misses. Now 1-0. And
It's going to be harder to pick up now. You can see the shadow creeping out further and further.
Yeah, interesting time of day. He winds and fires. Sidearm / submarine.
Yep.
For Listro. And now there unquestionably are quite a bit of emotions probably flown through some of the seniors
Oh, absolutely.
over there in the Cougar dugout.
Well, both places really. Rowan, if things go the way that they want it to go, they're thinking, wow, I'm still involved in this. You got the Cougars that are saying, this is it. Ooh.
Ground ball off Listro and through the middle. So that'll be a base hit for the senior, Lo Judas. And what could very well be a spark. So they're going to have to be a bit patient
Yes, they are.
to work their way around the bases. And that'll now bring up the shortstop, and that's Connor DeForge. First pitch in, first pitch is a strike.
Yep.
So Listro working ahead. As Lo Judas at first. Pitch misses away, evens the count at 1. Oh, frozen popsicles.
Wow. Yes, sir, Ray. Wow.
The Rowan dugout loves that pitch from Listro. And why wouldn't they? And a quick update from the other semifinal. And the Pioneers have punched their ticket to the championship series. Listro punches one out. So he gets the Forge looking. 1 out goes on the board. And
oh, boy.
as I mentioned, punching tickets, William Patterson with an 11-6 victory will be the opponent of who should win this game, which right now looks like Rowan is in the driver's seat. So they sweep the series from the Lions up in Wayne, and the Pioneers may be tuning in, so congratulations to William Patterson as you await the winner of this series. And right now, in the bottom of the 9th with 1 out, it most likely will be the Profs of Rowan. So a little bit of dialogue on the field as Coach probably maybe wasn't happy with some of the cheering going on.
Cheering,
or
I guess.
calls. We're not sure. Not much you're going to do about that.
I don't want to tell war stories like our partner in crime did, but been through this already with Kean and Rowan.
All right.
Business in the regional playoffs.
So I'll clear the way for the center fielder, and that's Phil Malik. So 1 out. The Judas over at first, and Listro goes back to work. Sidewinder away for a ball.
I think I told you when I came here today, there's no love lost between these two programs.
That's
Not
what you
no-
love
not
about
at all.
That's what you love about conference
Absolutely,
rivals.
yep.
And it means a little bit more when you put that uniform on,
Yep.
get into the park, when you look across the field and now you got a familiar foe. Well, that one just missed. 2-0. That ball in for a strike. Submariner. 2-1. Some might call that a tribute to Kenta Colby.
Yes, sir, Ray.
Fires again. Ball inside. Now 3-1. Listro going to that rosin bag a little bit. Got to wonder if he's feeling the ball slip a bit more than it normally would. battled back. Now a full count. 3-2.
Well, you want a pitcher's best friend right now. Right now. Double play ball, get out of here, and it's over.
We're not sure if Coach has ESP.
And
Ground ball. That one
Absolutely
goes
not. How
through the
about
left
that?
side.
how about that?
So
Don't count them out yet.
don't make those dinner reservations just yet. We got runners at first and second, still with one out.
Second hitter, Johansson.
And that'll bring up Joe Hansen, who has already shown in this game that he can hit for power as he put one over the fence.
He hit the home run as I walked in.
He did. So with 2 runners on, 1 out, this one could get a little uncomfortable in a hurry. First pitch inside, hits the corner for a strike. Brandon Johansson, a senior. That is a wicked pitch.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
it is.
I mean, late movement, last 16 inches across the plate. The only thing you can do is kind of shake your head.
Yep.
And Listro has him on the ropes. 2 strikes. So that ball might have need a little bit more directions on the GPS to
Yes,
get
maybe.
into the strike
Yep.
zone. Just missed a turn. Hate when that happens.
Yep.
1-2. Listro low. I know we're just opposite of some of the training grounds of the Atlantic City Police Department's finest.
Yep.
As they like to say, we have you surrounded, which I think Listro does when it comes to the strike zone.
Yes, he does.
Winds and fires again. No question about that one. Reaches its destination,
all.
and
Yep.
that was strike 3. So now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. Runners at first and second. And that will bring up the second baseman, Christian Pallone. Pallone, the freshman, out of Jackson Memorial High School. First pitch.
Good pitch.
Rinse and repeat.
Good pitch.
Now strike 1. Winds and fires. Ball's foul.
Ball.
Right side concourse. And it's a 2-strike count to the freshman. Listro back to the rosin. Looking to get a good grip on this one. Bottom of the 9th, 2 outs, 2 strikes. The Profs arguably 1 pitch away from making their reservation in the championship round of the Njacs against the Pioneers of William Patterson. Swing and a foul ball. And it's funny, Listro is actually struggling to see the ball coming back to him.
Yeah.
You know, it has that 5 o'clock shadow. He even though it's 6:30.
That's what Losey had, right? That 5 o'clock shot.
Yeah.
He was
He
trying.
had 5 o'clock, 5:30.
He was trying to get one.
Yeah, he needs to stop at like Target, maybe get one of those Harry's razors. I like Harry's razors. They work
good.
on my
They're pretty
bald
good.
head.
Yeah, I got one of them.
All right, still 2 strikes, still 2 outs, still 2 runners on. And Listro looks to deliver. Ball misses and gets by. So runners are going to advance up to now second and third. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And this is what you don't want to happen right now.
Well, the game of baseball, you just need to crack the door open just a little bit. And the Cougars continuing to claw.
I like that. Very good.
Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.
All right. Listro fires, delivers, and misses. And now a full count. So good job by Pallone to battle back. He was down 0-2.
Yes, he was.
And now with 2 runners in scoring position, single, chip away. Listro fires. That ball dribbles back to him.
Tough
He's going to
play
rush
here.
it, but he makes the play. And
Now-
don't look now, but your Profs headed to the championship round of the Njac after this 7-1 victory over the Kean Cougars, Coach.
How about that? It's another nice day here at the Sandcastle, I'll tell you that. I missed the first game. I was sitting back in Vineland. Ended up, 10-6, 10-4?
Yeah, 10-4.
10-4. Drew Ryback with a complete game.
Yeah, and now follow it up with another 6-run win as they close this one out 7-1. So they will face the Pioneers of William Patterson, and that series starts next Friday. So stay tuned to Rowan's Athletics Twitter account and the webpage for more information. Not sure if that's actually going to be on campus or possibly back here at the Sandcastle, but as we like to say, those are decisions way above our pay grade.
Absolutely.
I want to thank Rowan University for the honor and privilege of bringing you this Njac semifinal. What a Friday it has been, but we can't wait till next week. So for Rowan University Baseball, for BFA Sports, I'm Doug Stasic.
I'm Tom Ryder.
We can't wait to see you play ball.